Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Ain't nothing wrong with getting you.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
It's a MacMan Morning Show. It's a MacMan Morning Show. It's a MacMan Morning Show. It's a MacMan Morning Show.
Sitting at home when you're in your car.
It's a MacMan Morning Show.
No matter if you get far.
It's a MacMan Morning Show.
You better tune in quick or you might just miss
It's a MacMan Morning Show.
the best show this side of the sea.
It's a MacMan Morning Show. 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 It's a MacMan Morning Show.
Sitting at home when you're in your car.
It's a MacMan Morning Show.
No matter if you get far.
It's a MacMan Morning Show.
You better tune in quick or you might just miss
It's a MacMan Morning Show.
the best show this side of the sea.
It's a MacMan Morning Show. 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 It's a MacMan Morning Show.
And Grand Rising, happy Tuesday to all of you on today. This is the MacMan Morning Show. I'm James Mack. How are you? You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. You're also listening by way, maybe, if you are, by our YouTube channel, the MacMan Morning Show's new YouTube channel. We welcome all of our listeners, everyone that is watching, our viewers, everybody that's here on this morning. We're here each and every morning, weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time here on WKRA. I hope that you had a wonderful evening, got you some rest, and that it was quiet for you, and that you had an enjoyable evening. I want to start off today. First of all, I'm feeling pretty good. Getting over being under the weather, all those things. I'm doing well. My head is unstopped, all those things, as you know. I want to thank all of you for your concerns and uh, I want to thank you for your concern. Yeah, I'm good. I just, sometimes you just get to the age now, you got to wear a hat when you're going out. Can't be looking like you're 17 and things not wearing how to wear a hat, y'all, if it rains, things like that. Listen, yesterday was a wait a second. Was an interesting day. We had a wonderful show. Each and every day we have a great show. And if we can come to you each day as we come to you. And I'd like to welcome our panel. I said what I said, our chief correspondent, and Brother Lee, he is our chief contributor. He'll be here shortly. I wanted to say hello to all of our. Dr. J is here. Man, see, I'll talk. I got something for you later. I got something to talk to you about. Welcome, Dr. J, our executive producer of the Magman Morning Show, and executive producer for Mag Media 3. I'm grateful. Hey, Ryan. Ryan, our social media editor. Good morning to all of you. Good morning to our wonderful moderators, Alice, blessed child of God, and Penelope. She'll be here in a little bit, y'all. He know, okay, Dr. J. Y'all know I got something for him. But it's just good to know that he's doing well. He has several projects that he's working on, and we support him fully. He's doing a wonderful job with us. Somebody asked me, they always ask me, well, who did that theme music? Who did Dr. J did all of that? Who did these commercials? Such as Dr. J's hands, him and his. He go to the laboratory. You don't know what's gonna come out of there, but know that something is going to come out good. Let me go ahead and get into the day. We're going to get to the weather in a little bit, but I want to set the tone for today. We had such a great response from our show on yesterday from various sources. Now I know that we do see a count of people. StreamYard does not give us an accurate count of viewers. It will not show us actual. They're working on that. There are other platforms on that particular, using that particular service for remote service that they're having some issues with the numbers. That's not my concern. I'm not worried about that. I believe that those that are here, they're here, they're coming, they will come. Like and subscribe to our channel. Uh, those of you that are on YouTube, those of you that are on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial, you can always support us. Always go to the Magman Morning Show and YouTube and get the replay. Yeah, they were talking about it yesterday. Brother Lee, as I said what I said, and they said, "Man, what's going on in there?" And you sometimes harsh. I guess people are. We can consider it or call it harsh or they insensitive, but sometimes people, our passions grow so, and we see so much going on, and there's a whole lot going on that this whole thing of 2024, whether it's the election or whatever the case may be, it threw us for a loop. There was something that was said to me that was real interesting. They are saying that our fellow brothers and sisters, the people that do live here, we're human beings, the plan of deportation that the man in the orange makeup and with the doo-wop hairdo is saying that he has his best men on the job. And I did a little history, a little bit on those two. We're going to talk during this series. We're making this a series for the rest of this week. We're making this a series. We got to wake up and smell the coffee. They had a saying about people that were aware of the things that are going on here in the country. They called us woke. Well, you better wake up. I don't think a lot of people will still sleep because of the totals that we got. Penelope, say good morning to you, our other wonderful moderator. She's here. Good to see you. Thank you for your service. Uh, you were in the military. I think you were, Penelope. I've forgotten and I didn't recognize you yesterday. And all of our veterans, all of you all that have served. Veterans Day, just like Christmas, is one day, but you ought to show your gratitude every day. We're dealing with a lot of things, people in our lives, and we're dealing with things that we're trying to get a grip on, really the unknown, because even though some things have already occurred, that does not mean that uh, all hope is gone. I hope you got your free. Did you get any free dinners? Penelope, did you get in it? Did they treat you good yesterday in the restaurants they gave? I read and saw so many wonderful things about the service members, and they were giving really giving their accolades to those people. It's not easy being in the military. You got to protect and you got to defend, and these are our citizens, our brothers and sisters that each and every day put their lives on the line for us, and we just want to commend them and also the members of our staff and members of our group that are that served in the armed forces. Your services is greatly appreciative. I'd like to say good morning to I said what I said. Good morning to you, our chief correspondent. Good morning, ma'am. How are you on this morning?
Good morning, James. I'm doing great. How you doing today? You sound kind of
Wow.
congested still.
Well, it's the end of it, and I'm going to be straight. I've been drinking tea, coffee, trying to just keep things together. The worst is over. I mean, it was the weekend that really got me. It hit me really on Sunday, and I tried to play it off a little bit, but I wasn't really my best. But then now I'm okay. I'm doing good. And thank you for being concerned. I was asking somebody, you got some people that were asking Brother Lee, where is he? Brother Lee, about you and the chemistry that you have. Oh, you wait a minute, hold on now, Paletto. You got pancakes. Oh, they treated the vets real good. Wherever free smoothies, barbecue, wings, fries, free blizzards. I ain't hating on you. I think she said I hopped. You just had you'll take God help us. We praying
Penelope
for you.
cleaned up
Your
yesterday, didn't she?
she cleaned up, boy. She say, "Oh, I'm gonna take advantage of this." And y'all, I don't know if I. We don't know what they're gonna do. You know, I hate that person with the orange makeup said some terrible things. That's all he's gonna get out of me. That's not my president. I'm sorry. And I mean that with all my sincerity. You can't. God is my leader, and He did not leave this person to lead me anywhere. I wouldn't follow him anywhere. That's just James's opinion. But I'm just glad that we're able to speak and to say the things that we need to say and get the information out to the people. As I was saying before I got all in the other folks' business, that we are at a point in our history where information, knowing what's going on, is the best thing in the world. It's not doom and gloom. I think that things are going to be well, but there was something I'm waiting for Brother Lee to come, and I'll get to the weather. I'm going to take a break real quick. We're 13 past, and I'm going to just take a quick. It's just a break. It's not a commercial break. I want to. I got to make some contact with someone. You're listening to WKRA 92.7 FM dial, and we'll be right back with I Said What I Said has a special. Like Brother Lee yesterday, I turned him loose. So, okay, you ain't saying nothing yet. I got sister. I said, you see, I call her sister ahead of time. Sister. I said what I double lead say. He said, you don't just call her, I said what I said, you call her sister. So sister, I said what I said is gonna come back after we do this ID and I do some checking that I have to do. This is WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial, the MacMan Morning Show. Good morning to all of you that are here. I'll be right back. I want to just play this also that I had I said what I said was a video that you had set, but I wanted you to hear this woman as we prepare to go into our show. Good morning to everybody. Get yourselves ready because this is going to be a wonderful show. This is the MacMan Morning Show. James Mack on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial.
I was teaching third grade in Riceville, Iowa. I walked into my house. The telephone was ringing. I answered the telephone. My sister said, "Is your television on?" I said, "No." She said, "You better turn it on." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because they shot him." I said, "Who did we shoot this time?" And she said, "Martin Luther King Jr." And I couldn't for a minute think that the world was still spinning. There was no way I could explain the ignorance and the lack of civility and the unchristian behavior that this country was exhibiting with the killing of Martin Luther King Jr. And I was crying, and I was upset, and I was angry, I was furious. And I got my husband's supper ready. He worked at Oliver at night at that time. And when he came home, I said, tomorrow, brown-eyed people are going to be on the top in my classroom, and blue-eyed people are going to be on the bottom. He said, Jane, you'll lose your job. I said, if I lose my job for teaching something they need to know, I don't want to teach her. So I went to school. The first student in my classroom came in. They said, hey, they shot that king last night. Why'd they shoot that king? I said, we're going to talk about that. And I asked those kids what they knew about black people. And they knew every negative stereotype that I had ever heard about black people and some that had never occurred to me. And I said, do you kids have any idea how it would feel to be something other than white in this country? No. Would you like no? Yeah. It was like we've already gotten on spelling and handwriting. Keep this broad talking. We don't have to learn anything all day long. So I said, okay, today we're going to judge people by the color of their eyes. Brown-eyed kids are going to be on top the first day of this exercise. They said, what do you mean? I said, I mean, blue-eyed people aren't as smart as brown-eyed people. They aren't as clean as brown-eyed people. They aren't as civilized as brown-eyed people. And at that point, little brown-eyed Debbie, sitting in the front row, and this had only been 3 minutes, looked up at me and said, how come you're the teacher if you got them blue eyes? And I thought, oh, this is how this works, isn't it? Here, this little 8-year-old girl can attack her teacher who has been to college, finished high school, and she has the right to attack me now because she has the right color eyes and I have the wrong color eyes. I couldn't believe what happened that day. A tall, blonde, beautiful, brilliant girl came into my room in February, reading at the 6th grade level in 3rd grade. She had never multiplied. I taught her how to multiply the first 15 minutes of math class. On the day she had the wrong color eyes, that brilliant little girl made mistakes in reading, made mistakes in spelling, and forgot how to multiply. She came in from recess crying. I said, what's going on here? As she walked across the playground, 2 brown-eyed Debbies and a brown-eyed Cindy stepped up behind her, reached up, struck her across the back with her forearm, and when Carol turned around, Debbie said to her, now you have to apologize to me for getting in my way, because I'm better than you are. And Carol apologized and came in crying. No person of any age will ever leave my presence with those attitudes unchallenged. I can't change your attitude, but I can challenge your attitude, and you have to prove to me that so-called white people are superior to everybody else on the face of the earth, and you can't do it because it isn't true. People are wondering whether what she did 52 years ago should be relevant today. In 52 years, we should have solved this problem. I am so determined that we change the education system in this country. I am so determined that we change what we're educating people to believe. There's only one race on the face of the earth, and that's the human race. Once we get that into the heads of our legislators, we'll have a different kind of law written. Once we get that into the heads of the police, we'll have a different law enforcement. Once we get that into the heads of educators, we'll have different education. We thought we stopped Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream by killing him. His dream is more alive now than it was when he was living, and you have proof of it by what's going on in every major city in the United States of America right now. Racism isn't about skin color. It's about white fear of different kinds of people. It's not skin color that's the problem. The skin color isn't the problem. You can't change skin color. You can change attitudes.
You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MacMan Morning Show. James Mack here as your host. We're glad to be here this morning. That was an interesting presentation that we received. This lady's name is Jane Elliott. Jane Elliott was a school teacher. She taught in the educational system, and she challenged racism head on. And with her class and the experiments that she has, that she came up with, there are other experiences and experiments that she came up with just to show the other kids, listen, you can't sit here and listen to people and say that they're superior over another or doing so forth and so on. I just thought that we ought to kick off before we bring our chief correspondent, I said what I said right after the morning, after we get through with our break. I wanted to also just give you a little bit of our forecast when we get back. Also, this is the MacMan Morning Show, and we will be back after these messages.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Attention WKRA listeners, if you would like to advertise on the MacMan Morning Show, please leave a message at macmedia3@gmail.com.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
And we're back on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Good morning to everyone. Great grand rising to all that are here. We're here with our chief correspondent. I said what I said. She's here. And she's going to be, Brother Lee's on his way, y'all. He had a delay, and he'll be here shortly. I made some contact with him. Listen, today, y'all, it's going to be a delightful day. It's really going to be a wonderful, wonderful, sunny, comfortable day up in the 60s here in this region. We got northwest winds, and we got a chance for showers. God, I don't want to hear that. But we got a chance for showers overnight. Close to daybreak Wednesday, the rain should be coming in. It's not going to be a soaker. It's just going to be probably a thunderstorm or two. It's not going to wash us completely out, but likely tomorrow, our latest cold front is going to come into the mid-south area and into this region, and it is going to pack a punch when it comes to cooler, if not colder air returning here. Winter is on its way. We're in November. Thanksgiving is coming. Other things are coming. So that's that weather. Weather is going to be in the high. We'll be in the near 60 today. Right now it's 52 in Oxford, it's 54 in South Haven and in Olive Branch, and it is 54 at WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Hey, Miss Autry, all of you all that are there, wonderful staff at WKRA. We have, we're just glad to be able to come to you each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Now, okay, we saw what Miss Jane told us. I remind me of one of my old school teachers, really stern, really firm, and I had a teacher that stood up for us. When I first started school, we lived where we lived. I was the sixth black person in the first grade, I think, something like that. Well, my teacher was really wonderful, and she made us feel comfortable. I did kindergarten. When I started kindergarten and went to the first grade, I still had our neighborhood was still practically, it was getting ready to become mixed, but they did white flight. But this teacher took up time with us because she knew that it was unusual. We hadn't been around people of another persuasion. That was way back, and she made us feel comfortable. And she told the students on the first day, "Let me explain something. These are we are all classmates. We may be different, but we're all the same. We're all together." And she emphasized that, and I got along well. We all got along. We didn't have no fights. Ain't nobody did anything or whatever the case may be. I think hate is a taught. It's being taught. I mean, when you teach a child at a young age that you avoid this group of people, you're better than they are. They're beneath you, and then it's embedded into these children. And then when they get together and go to school together or eat or something like that, there's a conflict because of the way that children have been brought along. We're living in a day and time where people are doing that even today, and there's such a caution. And it ain't like we have not told everybody about it. We've been preaching this and preaching this when Project 2025 even creeped out. We got word of it. We started reporting on it, and people thought that we were fooling them. They thought that we were conspiracy theorists until it came out. Wham! 920 pages, big old thick, bigger than your Bible. You think you have those family Bibles? It's bigger than that. It's probably a little bit bigger than that. And I saw it in a printed version, and I was just shocked and horrified. It ain't the size of it that shocked me, but it was what was inside there that shocked me. And then we here, our team, our news team, and our team, we brought issues and we brought programming to you to let you know. Listen, folks, we gotta get on top of things. Now, what happened on Tuesday shocked us all, but this is the plan that they say that is going on. We shouldn't be surprised. We shouldn't be shocked by what's going on because it's been said. Warning comes before destruction. And we've been warning everybody about this. And I'd like to just say good morning to all of you that have joined us. I see that we got some family members here to come out of the bushes. We'd like to say good morning to, is that Kane Shing? Somebody help me out. I said what I said with this word. Shin. Is it Kane
Yeah,
Shin? I don't
yeah,
want to mess
Kane
this
Sheen.
name up, y'all. Okay, Kane Shin. Uh, 222. I remember room 222 was my eighth grade uh, homeroom. I don't know why I'm going back there. Okay, so it just brings something. And then room. I was glad because it was a TV show called Room 222. That way back, y'all know I ain't lying. Way back, and I said I'm in room 222, and I don't. I said what I said through me for a second. That's okay. No. And it was just interesting to me that that number came up, and we welcome you here. I want to bring our chief correspondent. I said what I said to come. Brother Lee came yesterday, and I'm just so pleased with the response that you all received him with, and he has been on cloud nine, putting and sharing and liking and discussing things. Oh, okay. You know who that is? Okay. Well, that is our, I'm crazy. That is uh, our social media editor, Brother Ryan. That's who that, hey, Ryan. Hey, bro. How you doing? That's our social media editor. He's here. Yeah, y'all hey, I want you to come in, Ryan. Come on in. You got access. Come into the studio. I want to, if you can, if it's possible. I want to bring you on at the kind of like the end of things. I said what I said. Our chief uh, correspondent here, our co-host, and worked very hard on some things. I felt bad about my dear friend because she was mad, upset, and she still is. But we're gonna find out where I said what I said is going to come. And are you willing to take one for the team? It's your segment. Come on, I said what I said. I'm waiting on you.
Absolutely, James. I was mad and I'm still mad, but I'm not angry. And so I'm mad about this election. I'm mad because we were hoodwinked, and I'm just mad because our team didn't win. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to do anything about it. And that's what this title is. Are you willing to take one for the team? So what are we going to do with this madness? I feel like we need to come together, and we need to get us a plan, and then we need to make sure we follow through with our plan. And this may sound weird to everybody, but I want the Republicans to win all 3 houses. I want them to be in total control, because once they get in total, yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Let me hush.
Yeah, I want them to be in total control, and I want the American public to see what they put in office. Because apparently, like you said, we've been warning and telling people, trying to get the word out about Project 2025. And not only us, a lot of people have been warning the American public. When I go on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of it, YouTube, people on all various platforms have been warning about Project 2025. But as the Americans that we are, we just don't believe anything until we see it. So if they have all 3 branches of government, then the American public get to see what they put in office. And I don't think they're going to like the ride. The Republicans have been in charge before of all 3 branches, but they had some guardrails. This time they won't have any guardrails. And woe is me, and look out. Buckle down, put your seatbelt on, because we're getting ready to take a ride on the fantastic voyage. But it's not going to be fantastic, though. And so I feel like with this deportation plan, and you can rest assured it's real, and they're getting ready to get it done. And so this is my opinion, and this is how I perceive it. And this is what's going on, swirling around in my head. I feel like they're going to deport all these people. And what comes with that deportation? Well, they told us on TV that, some blood have to be shed. It may be some blood shed trying to deport all of these people. That's flag number 1. So it's not going to be an easy process. Once they deport all these people, guess what else they're going to do? They're going to take all of their possessions. So if you own a house, if you own a car, you got money in the bank, you got your safe at home, filled up with money and jewelry or whatever it is that you have, they're going to take that also. It's going to, in my opinion, it's going to be like a big drug raid. You know how when they raid the drug dealers, they take all of their possessions. Feel like they're going to do that to the people that they deport. So if you haven't sold your house, and if you haven't made preparations to get deported, then I advise you to do that if you want to take something with you, because I feel like they're going to come get you in the middle of the night when you're least expected them to come. They're going to be just, the FBI, whenever they come get you, they make sure they come get you early in the morning, try to catch you sleeping. I feel like that's how they're going to do this deportation thing. Now, I haven't read any literature about that. This, like I said, all of this is just my theory on how they're going to try to get all of this done. And it's going to be a big fight, because some of these states are already saying they're sanctuary cities, and they're not going to comply with whatever order Trump put in office for Homeland Security, whatever orders, or, they're going to send paperwork out. They're going to send out emails on how they're going to get this deportation process going. But a lot of these governors are already trying to make protections so that they don't have to follow through with the orders. I feel like he's going to use the military to get this process on the road, because the police department alone is not going to be able to do it. Although a lot of these police departments already have army tanks at their precincts. In my opinion, the police have been setting up for this for a long time, and they just been waiting to execute the plan. Because why would a police force need army tanks? Why would they need artillery like the Army? But they have that kind of stuff already. So in the South, if you're an unnaturalized citizen in the South, you better get ready, because they're going to go full force. Now, the North and the Mid-East may have a different, it may be a harder time. And I feel like that's where the bloodshed is going to happen. for the sanctuary cities, but the South is going to comply. New York has already sent a lot of immigrants back to Texas to get them ready to go ahead and get deported. And so a lot of these people think that they're not talking about them, but if you'll listen to what they're saying and read and research, they said they're going to go from grandma to parents to kids. So the whole entire family. So if your grandmother wasn't born and wasn't a natural citizen of America, then you're subject to be deported. And so all of these Hispanic people voted this man in office to send their cousins back over to Mexico, not knowing that he's going to send them back to Mexico. And it ain't going to just be Mexico. It's going to be everybody. So the Asians got to go. The Indians have to go. The Hispanics going to have to go. And so I don't think people was really thinking that they were included in that group. But if you listen to Stephen Miller, he said anybody that wasn't born in the United States naturally, you're going to be deported. And so all of these people voted for they voted for this guy to send them back to their home country. And I don't think it's just going to be Mexico. They harp on Mexico because that's where the majority of the people come from is Mexico and Colombia. You know, some of them come from South America. So yeah, they made them the target, but I feel like the administration is going to target everybody. And so I think everybody needs to get ready. And like I said, you better try to get your assets sold and you better try to get ready for this because I feel like they're going to take your stuff. If Trump wanted to take Saudi Arabia's oil, you can rest assured they're going to take your stuff here in America. So we're going to become, like, in my opinion, a third world country when it comes to the deportation process.
Wow. Well, the chat is lit again. I heard from Brother Lee is on his way, y'all. He's just delayed a little bit. And he said, y'all just give him a chance to get here. He's coming. Listen, I want, first of all, welcome to our new listener, Paula. I'd like to go back to a question. I said what I said. I want you to look and see what what our listener is saying. You know, of course, she's saying that Obama and Bush, Carter, Reagan, all them cats took a big piece, bits and pieces from the Heritage Report. It's a historic report done every election. I gotta disagree with. I never heard of such foolishness, such as this. I don't know whether they combined it. I can't answer that question. To my knowledge, I've never heard anything about that. Also, we're going to address, and let's see, because I want to know what you think about this. I said what I said. Our listener is saying also that the governors will be actually in violation of the Constitution by having sanctuary cities. Can you expound upon what the audience is saying?
Well, that's what people don't understand. Constitution be darned. They're not going to go by the Constitution. See, this is what everybody is not understanding. We're finna come into a whole new world. The Supreme Court made this man a king. Project 2025 gives him executive power over education, over the housing department, over the DOJ. And so that's going to come from the executive branch. Right now, currently, you have those are separate entities and there are separate departments. Oh, and the State Department. So the executive branch is going to be over all four of those departments. And if the executive branch is over that, meaning the president, aka King, he can do what he want to do. And so that's what you guys are not understanding. He's already asking Congress to recess his appointments for his cabinet so that he can just fast track his cabinet. He don't want them confirmed. He want them to just be on his cabinet. So he's already asking for kingship privileges already. And so the three Republicans that's running to be the Senate majority leader, all three of them told him, yeah, we'll do that for you. So you already, the Republicans are already on board for whatever he does. And so, yeah, everything that you guys are saying in the chat is true if you go by the Constitution. But you guys, they're not going to go by the Constitution. They told us that on the campaign trail. Just listen to Stephen Miller. If you don't believe me, research it yourself. Research Stephen Miller and look at all of the speeches that he's saying and listen to what he's saying, because he's telling you exactly how they're going to do this and what's going to happen. And just go, research it on social media. They're not keeping this a secret. They're being very flamboyant about it. They're talking about it. They're mimicking about it. They think that they're trolling us, and they really thinking they're going to stick it to the Dems. But what's going to happen at the end of the day, they're going to start, once they get rid of everybody and they see how the economy is going to go, because it's going to be devastating to the country. Because if you're going to take everybody out of the country, who's going to pick those apples and oranges and lemons and lettuce? How are we going to eat? Because I don't think Black people are going back to the fields, and the white people definitely not finna go pick no fruit. And so we're going to have a hard time with food if you get rid of all of our immigrants, because that's mainly who worked to get our food to us are immigrants. So get rid of all of them if you want to, because we're all going to starve together, and we're all going to be malnutrition, because nobody is going to the field to pick no oranges and apples and lemons, because Americans think they're too good for that.
I think we're going to be malnutrition. It's a good point that you said. I mean, this was brought up in a conversation that I was having. A matter of fact, with Little Red, y'all know Big Red's Blues Lounge. Hey, the Little Red. He says to me, and we were talking, and Brother Lee had mentioned something like this too. All right, we're here and we're in this position. Now they're getting ready to deport these folks. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to accomplish a greater, it's going to be some movement made that's going to make some people really nervous. The people that have come to this country and have been successful economically, that means those people that work on the highway picking lettuce, doing this and doing that, and garbage or whatever they're doing. There are people here that are not citizens. There are people here that are undocumented. This was the warning that was put out. If you're undocumented, meaning you came in here illegal, you've been living here or whatever the case may be, visa, whatever the case may be, we're sending you back. They, especially starting with the Hispanic community, they're going to hit the Haitian community. They said that they're getting ready to deport those people out of Ohio. The Haitians that have come to work and to support our economy, they're going to get them too. So this guy, Stephen Miller, I call him a Nazi. I don't care if you don't like me. You're a Nazi, sir. You're racist. You and your boss are racist. All the folks that's with you, that's coming, are racist. They're not going to pick, and then they're going to have a difficult time, because think about what's going to happen. I said what I said when these deportations start. Y'all don't believe it. Some of you people that you work beside, some people they ain't catch too much. They got about 7, 8. You know why I'm not hating on the Hispanic community or any other community that sticks together? Precisely just what I said. They stuck together, but they're going to need the Black people. They don't have organizational skills. They don't have, because we've been downtrodden, kicked in the head, slaved, whipped, raped, robbed, all kinds, forgive me for saying that, abused, all kinds of things that have been done to us in this country. They tried to fry us, fillet us. They tried to put tar. They brought us here to work, and they abused us while we were here, beating us, whipping us, starving us, doing all kinds of things, just made us like we some dogs or something. And you know what? You're going to be knocking at our door real soon. Oh, can you save us? Oh, can we have a march? Oh, where's Dr. whoever? And where's this person? Where's such and so? Can we get the NAACP? Where's Jesse? Jesse's sick. Where's this? Where the Rainbow Police? Where the people that for civil rights? We need us some civil. No, don't work like that. Don't work like that. You be 54% of the Hispanic population voted for the man with the orange makeup on. He ain't nothing. This man is he's nothing. and we still let him in. I said what I said. Tell me, I'm not asking. I'm not saying all Latinos. I'm not saying that they. You say Penelope, behave yourself. Anyway, since you said come on, I wish you could come in and talk about
I
this, but I
love
ain't gonna put you on the
Penelope.
spot like
I
that.
love Penelope.
Okay, she could. I wanted to because she threw me for a loop. That's our moderator. Both
Let me
of them,
address
her and
Penelope,
Alice, they,
James.
they,
Let
they
me
both
address
together.
Penelope. And
You
Penelope, one
can.
more thing. One more thing. All you white women that didn't help us out and didn't help vote for us, who y'all think gonna be y'all nannies now? Because I'm not gonna be y'all nanny. Who y'all feel like gonna keep y'all little bad
Oh,
people?
okay. Where did that come from?
Just
Okay,
saying.
hold
I'm
a
just
second.
saying.
Okay, wait. Okay, let me go back to what you. Oh, wait a minute. Are we address? Okay, where did that? Okay, y'all threw me again. Okay. You're addressing her as saying what? I don't know.
I'm not.
What are you
I'm
saying?
just
She said,
laughing at. I'm just laughing at
"Oh,
Penelope because she says she's not saving
okay,
the Latinos. But at the end of the day, all these. I'm talking to our white women now that didn't help us out, the ones that voted for Trump. So who they feel like gonna be their nanny? Because in Florida, you see, you got a lot of nannies. In California,
okay."
you got a lot of
Wait a minute.
nannies.
I said what I said. Wait a minute. You underwater again. Sounds like you. I don't know what's this. I stopped it and because you're waving. I don't know whether it's a connection or not. I don't know for sure.
Well,
Look,
I
let's do
think I
this.
hit
We're gonna
another
come.
screen. I think I hit
Okay,
another
this is what
screen.
we're gonna.
Is it still bad?
Did you? It
Yeah,
is.
is it
I
still
tell you
bad?
what we'll do. We're gonna come back and listen. Get ready. She's coming back. Penelope, y'all, all of y'all that's here. We're gonna talk about this, and we got to have this discussion. They're going to need our help. There, people are going to need our help to right this wrong. I want to talk about that. I said what I said. I'm going to go to break real quick. We're just going to do a couple of commercials and do a plug or two. I'll be back in a little bit. You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MacMan Morning Show, and we will be back with I Said What I Said. Brother Lee is in on his en route here. He had a outside assignment. He's on his way here. But stick around, folks. You ain't heard nothing yet. Tell everybody we're on the and morning show.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Come on, Red. And we're back on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial on YouTube, the MacMan Morning Show channel. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Welcome to all of you that have joined us. We're in a good discussion, and we're going to continue our continuing series this week, discussing these vital points and what's happening and the way forward. I like to say something. I hope that one, we don't offend anybody here. I know we don't, and I think we have all of us have our opinions on things. You have a right to express your opinion. I want everybody to be cordial and decent. We are decent people. I know we got a lot of hostilities, and I think that we have a lot of opinions. You got a right here on the Mac Man Morning Show to express your opinion, and I respect that in you. It's a heated discussion here in this chat, y'all. And this is some of the things that's going on here, and amongst the team of us, and those of us that are those of you that are watching, you see that there are consequences for voting against your interests. Let me go there for a second, and I'm going to talk. I'm going to bring something else. So y'all cut it out here in this chat now. Y'all behave. The Hispanics, the others, as they call them, even those that were rooting, other people, the suburban women that were supposed to be rooting for the vice president and things, had a change of mind according to the numbers that they did not vote for the vice president. That's okay. That's their choice and anybody else's choice. Let me set the chat straight right quick. Penelope and Alice are our moderators. They're the persons that check out and make sure that everything is going well there. They kind of keep the traffic going because we can't do everything at one time. And we have team members and things, and people have some real passionate things. And I want you to continue to engage. I don't care what your business right now is here. Your business is here. You can express yourself. And we're going to do it in a good way. Because if we don't talk about this, we got a mess coming. I said what I said. We got a big mess coming. And that mess is Project 2025, the 180 days within this new administration. Things should be implemented according to them. And I agree 100% with you, Alice. It is your business. It is. You have a right. You fought for this country. You pay your taxes. Ms. Moore, all of y'all, it's devastating to us. I said what I said. Come on here and continue with your discussion about people. You told me, I'm gonna set this up. You told me that you were upset. You were mad. There was something on your mind, your heart, that you just couldn't squeeze off, and you just couldn't do. Okay, I'm gonna shut my mouth for that, man. I wasn't meaning it like that. No, you good. You good. Help us out here a little bit now. I'm just sitting here like I'm not mad per se, as I'm waiting for them to come, waiting for other groups to come, even the suburban women to come. When this hammer is dropped on them, who will they have to fight for them? Who will they go to that know how to fight? That know how to protest, that know how to, we put our blood, sweat, and tears, our relatives, our ancestors put their very lives on the line just for us to vote, just for us to be seated equal on a bus, just for us to be treated like human beings. We were drinking out of troughs for water fountains, only black on. We couldn't even drink water with them. That's how much they thought about us. And people showed us, various people, even people that look like me, showed us that this is what they want. This is where they want to go, with the mentality of this segregation and this racism and this meanness is getting ready to backfire on the people that voted for the person with the doo-wop hairdo. Come on with it. I said what I said. I need you to, I want to hear what you got to say.
Okay, so let me reiterate this one more time. This is just my view. This is how I see it. And I don't have a glass crystal ball to look into. This is just what I perceive and the way that I perceive the information that I researched on how they're going to do this deportation. Because I didn't just start looking at this yesterday. I've been looking at this ever since July, since they came on the scene, when they started talking about it. And so, like I said, who these white women that didn't vote for Kamala Harris, who's going to keep their kids? Who's going to be their nanny? Who's going to go pick those kids up after school? Because see, all of them using undocumented immigrants to do the job. all of these construction sites. Who's going to help finish your project up? Because Americans is one thing about Americans. We've gotten very spoiled and we've got very lazy. Most of us work from home now. So who's going to get back out there in the workforce and do all this hard labor if you're going to get rid of all the immigrants? And so it's not going to hurt the immigrants to go back to Mexico or wherever they're going to go, South America, Japan, China, or whatever, wherever they're going. They're gonna find their place. But what is America gonna do? Who's gonna, where are you gonna get your workers from if you're gonna send everybody out of the country? And some of those people work in tech. They come over here a lot, especially a lot of the Indian people. They work on visas. So you're gonna send them back to hello, Elon Musk and Donald Trump, because Trump I'll guarantee you half of his staff is probably undocumented immigrants in Mar-a-Lago. And so you're saying you're going to send some back, or you're going to send all back? Like, how are you going to do this? Because you said, your boy said, anybody that wasn't born naturally in the United States have to go back. So I hope he have a plan for somebody to keep the bad kids that y'all have, and a plan for somebody to cook y'all meals, and a plan for somebody to pick y'all fields and till you fields, because Black people are not going to do it. And I'm with Penelope. If you this week, if they want us to save them, I'm not on board right now. I'm not interested in helping none of them because they voted against their own interests, because I'm still kind of mad about that. Now, catch me next month or something like that when I calm down. I may be willing to try to help them. But for right now, no, I'm with Penelope. I'm not helping them do nothing right now. Because they've been
I tell you, okay, and we're going to get to that part after I say this too. Elon Musk is guess what? He is what do they call them? He's an immigrant. He's an immigrant.
Right.
He's an immigrant. He's from South Africa. Let's talk about, I'm going to put this plug in. And and Trump's wife wasn't born here. That means that the first lady gonna get deported. Well, anyway, y'all know they ain't gonna let her go.
That's what I said. You gonna pick and choose who you gonna deport? Because your wife is an immigrant. Your grandkids your son, he's a half an immigrant because he came from your wife. So you're gonna let them stay, and are you gonna let the Mar-a-Lago staff stay? Who get to stay and who get to get deported is the question.
I think his son gonna stay. His son was born here, so he's a citizen. Far right now, unless they try to change something.
James, keep in mind, they said if your grandparents weren't born here, then you got to go. So her mom and daddy wasn't born here, so that means she need to go and the son need to go. Remember?
No, his son his son and his grandparents are citizens. Trump's daddy was a citizen. Trump's a citizen. His daddy is the president.
But Melania parents
no, but they ain't got nothing to do. It got nothing to do with it. One of those have to have a lineage of being born here. Trump, his daddy, and folks are citizens. That's his son. It came from him, not the mama. They ain't worried about her. She's married and she has been integrated and made a citizen. But they said that they could take away citizenship if you wasn't born here. They can send you back. Yeah, they don't care. That includes Mrs. Trump too. If she got in the way or he got his way and got mad and she got up in the mix, I don't know, he might send her away too. I don't know what he crazy enough to do it, but I don't know. I don't have any facts about that. But then let's go to this. He said, yeah, and as our friend Penelope says, what about the mixture? And what about there are a lot of mixed marriages. There are a lot of people that are married, people from other countries that are here, European countries, and also, I don't think they're coming after the Europeans and the Caucasians. I don't think that. I think they're going to keep them around, people from Poland and Italy and from Germany and from Europe. I don't believe they're going to mess with those people, but I think that anybody of color that is an immigrant has something to worry about, and that's my concern about that. Dr. J is around. I don't know, Doc, you can come in. You all like you ain't got no access. I know you on the road. You doing what you have to do. You got a busy schedule and everything. But yeah, but we got to look at these situations for what they are. I said what I said. I'm just concerned. J.D. Vance's wife is an Indian. She wasn't born here. She was born in another country. So you look at their house. When you live in a glass house, don't throw no stones, okay? Because this is going to affect Project 2025 is going to affect not just us. We are now, they done whooped us and beat us down and made us seem like we're not. So it's going to hurt other people, the rest of this country. It's going to hurt industry. It's going to hurt the economy. You think that the prices are high now? Wait until these tariffs come in. Let's talk about that too a little bit, because there's been some massive layoffs in some corporations. There are bonuses that are not being given out this year because of fear of not having enough revenue to bring in the materials that they need. They're putting rush orders on extra materials because he truly is somebody behind the throne is telling him what to do. And it's going to throw us into a depression, I believe. I think as you see the stock market and the money markets and the things that are going on, your 401k or whatever the case may be, there's going to be some big changes. I have not seen the numbers as of yet, but I wanted to just know, I mean, we told them, why is it that you can't say you haven't heard about it? You can't say that nobody's told you. I said what I said. What is this thing? We told them. How do you feel about that?
Well, James, like I said, I don't feel sorry for nobody right now. So I'm still in mad mode and I told you so mode. And so if they start deporting today, I'm not going to feel too bad about it. Now, once it become horrific, because it is going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly, people. And we got to brace ourselves and we got to get ready for it. That's probably when my empathy kick in. But right now I don't have any, because you voted against your own interests and we tried to tell you. And everybody felt like, number one, even if he didn't say anything about deportation, why in the world would you put a convicted felon in the White House? That's number one. You have somebody in the White House where if he gave a message, your kids can't even watch it because he might curse. He may say something that's out of the way. He does everything that you tell your kids not to do. That's who we put in the office, somebody with that type of reputation. And so when you put somebody in office like that, expect whatever, because anything could come out of that administration. And you can rest assured, I believe any and everything is going to come out that administration, because like I said, the Supreme Court made him a king, and he's going to take that with wholeheartedly, and he's going to take it to the max. Like I said, he's already trying to move the guardrails out the way so he don't have to get anybody confirmed. He's just going to, just put my people in the cabinet, no matter what their background is. And he's picking the worst of the worst people. Look at his administration of the people that he's already selecting for his cabinet. So people, we getting ready for a ride. And although he's not deporting us, it's still going to affect us also. Because like James said, people are already not getting their Christmas bonuses. These corporations know who they put in office, but they wanted a tax break. And so they don't care if you don't get your bonus, and they don't care if your kids get their Christmas. They could care less. All they care about is their money. And nobody is looking out for you. With this administration, you better look out for yourself, and your family better come together. All these families that don't speak to each other, you better start speaking to your family members, because those are the only people that you're going to have to be able to lean and depend on. Because I believe the Constitution as we know it will no longer be as long as this guy is in office.
You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Good Tuesday to you, grand rising to you. The sun is shining on every side here in this region. I'm James Mack, the MacMan on the MacMan Morning Show. We got Brother Lee has made his arrival. He had a delay, and I'm glad that he's here. On yesterday, we were talking about his discussion. Also, he was listening backstage on the things that we were saying. Welcome, Brother Lee, back to the MacMan Morning Show. Welcome home to you, sir. I know you were busy. I wanted to bring you in on this. I said what I said something that was even that was just, I mean, you made a point and you were telling me we had a discussion. I want you to discuss some of the stuff that was discussed discussed with us on earlier too, that we discussed. Come on, brother Lee, say good morning to the people.
Great day, everybody. I'm sorry I came in a little late today,
Great
but
day, brother Lee. Great day.
Hey, Lee.
hey, how you doing, Sid? I'm sorry I'm a little late today, but I had a few things I had to take care of. But I would like to say, yeah, our what we thought was our Mexican brothers and sisters, what we thought was our African brothers and sisters, what we thought was our sisters of brown skin, light brown skin, that is. We put a lot into them. We marched. See, here's the thing: our Mexican sisters and brothers have not marched in a long time. They have not marched since the farm workers revolt that they had when they first came over the border. They didn't want to pick the lettuce and not get paid. They said the conditions was bad and they wasn't getting the money. And we marched with them then, and they don't know what's coming exactly. And you know what? They're not used to marching, and we used to march. We've been marching for a long time, and we've been protesting for a long time. They thought that they were one of them. They thought that they were accepted by the Caucasians, and they're about to get a rude awakening, and they're about to go back and they're gonna cry to us because they're gonna need some organization. And that's the question: is are we gonna help them? Are we gonna give them that assistance that they never given us? That slap in the face they gave us on this last election. They showed us that they didn't care about us. Are we gonna give them the same treatment in return? I don't know. Uh, and I've talked to some African brothers. I know quite a few, and they have a low opinion of us. Are we gonna give those brothers, and sisters, those assistance that they need, that advice that they think they dearly will need, because they coming for them too. They coming for the Haitians, the Africans, the whole continent of Africa. They coming for. You got Nigerians, you got South Africans, you got. I can be. It would take the whole length of the rest of the show to then mention all the countries. And the Arabs, they coming for them. They're selling us that rotten food, and they used to go home in the winter time and spend time at their own country. Now, when they go, they might as well stay because they can't come back. And actually, they're good getting on that yellow bus too. That's gonna take them to the airports, gonna take them over the borders. They're all going. And I wouldn't hold my breath and say, if I was an Arab, if I was an Asian, and if I was from a different country, I would not hold my breath and hope Donald Trump don't miss you, because when they scoop you up, they're gonna get all of you. And now, yes, you're gonna have to come together and stand with us. If and it's gonna be a hard time trying to convince us to go that way. And I want to say again that I love me some black women. Love you. I didn't think I'd be saying it so passionately, but I do. I love you because you've done things. You show me that you can do the things that need to be done. Over almost 100% of you came to the realization and stepped up, and the brothers backed away. And I want to say that again. I don't let them brothers off the hook. And that's the thing. I want to say to these brothers, we gonna have to come together, and you're gonna have to stop with this attitude about our sisters. And like I said before, I see a brother say something bad about a sister, I'm going to jail. So that's the thing. And the thing about this is that we sitting here, we in mourning. It's time to get out of mourning. Take that black dress off. Take that black outfit off. It's time for us to roll our sleeves up and figure out how we're gonna do this. Like Sister said, when you see, and you know what, lately, I'm gonna tell you something. I speak to every brother, every sister on the street. I don't care where we is. I make them speak to me, because that's what we're gonna have to do. We're going to have to speak to each other now. You know, sometimes they want to speak to you. They don't want to recognize you. We're going to have to say, listen, we're going to have to speak to each other. We're going to have to let each other know, look, we are together on this. We can't separate. They don't separate us. So we must not separate ourselves. And because we all in one pot, don't matter how much money you make, your money is not going to define what kind of treatment you get from Donald Trump. So we gotta figure this thing out. We're gonna have to work toward this. We're gonna have to and go to our pastors and stop running to them, asking him to save us. He will separate you from your money. Tithes don't mean that you get tithes with God. He will take your money and take your tithes that you're spending, you giving to that pastor that looks better than, dresses better than you, live in a better house than you, and pays no taxes, and tell you to pray. He take your money and tell he gonna pray for you. And he living a good life. And it's the politicians too, like you, Benny Thompson. I'm on you again. You're a fat cat making nice money, won't support anybody in your state, and you won't send the soldiers to help that sister that was running for Congress, that brother that was running for Senate. That was hate. That was hate. And we got to make that brother pay. And we got to make this brother in Chicago pay too, Danny Davis. He been at this job. He's a congressman, one of the most powerful congressmen, again, in D.C., that's done nothing for the west side of Chicago. I know you. I'm not going to let you hide. And I've sat in your office. I've talked to you. I broke bread with you, and you haven't done anything. These are people I know. So that's what I have to say right now.
To WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Woo! I tell you, I'm excited about what's happening here at the MacMan Morning Show. We are directing our energies, or I would say our concentration, on what's getting ready to occur. I said what I said. Our partner here has said that she's upset, she's angry, Lee, and it made me nervous a little bit because I hadn't, I know she don't play. I know she don't. And I know that what's in her heart, she feels she's going to stand up for what she feels, and she ain't going to let you back her down. That's why her name is what it is. Okay. That's your last name. It is what it is. But I said I wanted to say this to you, and I wanted you and Lita. I don't know where, I want you to bring back what you had said about the anger that you feel. They took our votes. They took our support. They took all of the marching and everything, that the benefits that people are receiving today that are not born in this country have received when they do become citizens, and even when they're not, they get more benefits than we do. How can these people come here? And I'm not knocking anybody with free enterprise or anything, but we as a people have not been treated equal. I'm not screaming, I'm not yelling, I'm sitting back showing you what's going on. Now they're going to need us. I said what I said, and Lee, I said what I said. Do they have any? Why would they have the guts? I'm not supporting you, but I'm gonna come back and knock on your door and tell you that my pipes busted in my house. I need you now, but I turned my back on you. I want to hear where your heart is.
Well, right now my heart is, then that's your problem. I'm not helping you out this week. Like I said, I'm still a little upset, and why you voted against your own interests. And basically, if you came to my house today and said something like that, I'm gonna just say, well, you got what you asked for. And so it takes me a little time to get over my anger or my madness. I'm not that type of person that can get over it the next day. So in the morning ain't came for me yet. And so, like I said, maybe once I start seeing a few things and watching how it go down, then that may spark my empathy. But right now, I don't have any empathy for people who voted against their own interests, because at the end of the day, they really thought they was going to be, putting something in putting their finger in our face. That's exactly what they thought they were doing, because they didn't want to put a sister in office. So, in other words, they told us to kiss they Rudy Tooty in so many words. So If you got a problem and he come in to deport you, I'm gonna tell you the same thing. You can kiss my ass too until further notice.
Okay, well, now you see what I was telling you on. We have to be able to express ourselves. We have to be able to tell truth, shame the devil. We on the edge of something I don't know. Brother Lee, I said what I said is hot. Help us out, doctor. Help us out.
Well, the thing is, I agree with what Sister said on a lot of points. It makes you see. Here's the thing: you got to hold their feet to the fire because, like we said, they don't believe fat meat is greasy, and now they're about to feel it. And that's the thing, I'm mad too. I'm upset with my politicians, and don't let these pastors off the hook. Come on, the churches are full on Sunday now because I'm gonna tell you why. They are poverty pimps. They are trouble negotiators. They make their best money when we got hard times. When we crying and moaning and we give up our last dollar, we give up that rent money, and we give up that food money. And he tell you, look, this prayer, I'm going to send it out for you. And I'm going to tell you something. You got your own direct line. I'm not saying don't go to church and fellowship. Stop giving your money to somebody you already got some. Stop doing these things that working against yourself. That's just like betting against your own interests. That pastor lives against your own interests. He lives for you to have a trouble. Because if you don't have a trouble, you ain't gonna come to him. And he feels that he can take your money and give you nothing for it. And he'll tell you if you don't give him that 10%, you're not gonna get blessed. Ever you stood up in church before and they tell you to take your tithes and put it in the air and he gonna bless it? And you put your and those who don't have it feel a little ashamed because they ain't got that money and you can't get that blessing. You tell me something about that. Would Jesus allow that to happen? Would Jesus tell you to take your tithes and put it up in the air so he can bless you? Come on now, let's get some common sense on this. Look, your pastor's been living off us. You know how pastors got started? In slavery, the slave master picked your pastor. Your slave master told the pastor what to say. That's how he controlled us. He controlled us that way. And now yes, I want you to still fellowship. I want you to help people in your community. I want you to take that tithes, and when you see a homeless person, help them out, give them a meal. Take that tithes and buy these kids something to eat for lunch that's not Cheetos or hot chips or something like that. Take them tithes and do something in your community with these tithes, and get on your knees today and find you a quiet place. It could be your closet, it could be a corner of your house or your apartment or wherever you at. Get on your knees in the morning and thank God. Get on your knees in the afternoon if you got time and thank him. And get before you go to bed and tell him how grateful you are to be here, and tell him I thank God because I get an opportunity to see how my fellow brothers and sisters are acting. They showing me who they are. And that's the thing we got to look at. It's a blessing to see who your enemies are because they disguise themselves as your friends. That's what I have to say.
You KRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MagMan Morning Show. I'm James Mack, your host. We have been discussing, and we're going to continue this discussion series. Brother Lee is going to bring the lead on Wednesday. Thursday is going to be I Said What I Said. Both of them are going to come Friday along with probably some other people. If you'd like to join, you have to contact us and let us know. I'm so grateful for them sharing with us and giving us the insight on how they feel. These commentators and chief correspondent have worked hard to bring us what we get each and every day. We work hard to try to bring you the proper information and information that you need. we're going to continue to stand on the wall. We're going to continue to do just that. I wanted to just say, as we're rolling out, I'd like to thank Paula for being here. I want you to like and subscribe. I want you to be a part of the Mac Man Morning Show family. You can come anytime. You're welcome. Your opinions are welcome. Everybody's welcome. Before you leave, and I'm watching and I see who's on, I see how many people we have. We need to get to 500 uh, subscribers. Those people that like us, and I'm grateful for all 300 of our subscribers. And I want you to like and subscribe to this channel. We have some interesting things, as I said before, that are going to be discussed this week. We got I do have a couple of surprises for you, but I want to thank, I said what I said, our chief correspondent and our chief contributor, Brother Lee, which Brother Lee will be starting out and leading our discussion on tomorrow. Again, on another facet of what's happening. Keep your eyes and your ears open. We're going to be setting, hopefully soon, we're going to have a evening show, and we're going to have another part of our team coming on, and we're going to be talking about things. We're going to have Brother Ryan. We're going to have Dr. J. You know, I said what I said, going to be right there, Brother Lee. We're going to all try to get together. And let's say Mac Man after hours or something. We're going to get our show times together and do that. Thank you to WKRA 92.7 on our and your FM dial for being our distributing partners. Thank you, Brother Lee and Sister. I said what I said, all of our moderators and everybody. Dr. J, who is our executive producer of all things broadcast on this, our channel and on our page. And we want to thank him, Brother Ryan, our social media. And I didn't recognize the handle on the or in the chat. I got it now. Shin. Okay, like shin bone. Okay, but we got that. I thank all of you for being here. Listen, tomorrow morning we're going to be here on the Mac Man Morning Show at 9 a.m. Central Time. Each and every weekday we're here. We want to thank you for being here. We're going to be here tomorrow. Brother Lee's on. Thank you. I said what I said for that. And I'm waiting to hear what you got to say on Thursday. I'm waiting to find out. There's some things that we're looking at, and we're going to be looking at. There's some nominations that they're putting forth for the cabinet positions, and they're doing some other stuff. We also got a big report out of Dalton. Dalton got some real news for us, and I'm going to bring that to you briefly this week when we get everything in. And so for everybody here at this show, we'll see you on tomorrow on the Mac Man Morning Show. Dang, Mac, I got to go. I'll holler at you tomorrow. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. I wanted to stop our outro and to remind you at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. I said what I said. You're still here. This is very important to our broadcast station and our, not just our station, but our channel. We're on just for 2 more minutes. I want you to explain what's going to happen with our evening show. I said what I said. We got time. Yes. We're still on the air.
Okay, thanks. So everybody join us tonight for our evening show debut. We're gonna start an evening show, and we're gonna have a variety of topics, and it's not gonna be so much political, but it's gonna be political along with gossip and what's going on in today's world. We're gonna be talking about a various of things. Anything you want to bring to the table, we're gonna set up an email address so you can email us and let us know what you want us to discuss. But join us tonight for our very first evening show, and we're gonna try to do this on Tuesday, Thursday, and one day on the weekend, maybe Friday or Saturday, depending on our schedule. So come join us.
Okay, and Dr. J, you all get with
the Mac Man Morning Show. Huh?
At night. At night,
At
huh?
night.
Okay.
Well,
I stopped the music and
It's
we
gonna be
still
the
on.
Mac Man After Dark. But I was just trying to give them the
Okay.
address. It's the Mac Man After Dark.
Okay.
But you find us on the Mac Man Morning Show YouTube page.
Okay, we want to thank you for that. We're still on the air, not on WKRA had to go away. We're still live. I wanted to say also when you did make that observation that we're really, really, really ready for this. We're really ready to do the work that we're doing. We need your support. Everybody that's out here, we need your support. We got stories. We have information for you that is going to be very vital in the next few months. There's some real things that are going to happen. Join us for the Magman Evening Show, whatever they're going to call that, I'm sure. And I know that they worked hard on it. Dr. J is with them also, and they're going to be coming. Y'all got to come up with a new intro and all that other stuff for your evening show with Dr. J. Okay, y'all put him to work. I ain't heard from my producer in the minute. You got to be.
James,
Dr. J, you in
we're
trouble.
one step ahead of you, James. We're already taking care of all of
Okay.
that.
Well, that's good. We're still on the air. Y'all don't think we're still on the air? We had our live feed from our station has all in Central Time, Paula. Yeah, all in. And thank you, Paula, for being a part of. You can be a part. Listen, there's no hate here. There's no animosity. I wanted to let people know, certain ones that know. Yeah, Mississippi. Well, the station is out of Mississippi that transmit our signal. We also are. We're streamed live every day on YouTube. Our show is, but there are other mechanisms that get the station. You can get the station WKRA 92.7. You can get that. All you got to do is put it in your search engine. There's only one with those call letters. All call letters on FCC stations are individual, so there are none that are exactly the same. So we want to allow you to, if you wherever in the world, I want to say hi to our people over in Alaska at the naval base. I got a message from them. And I want to thank everybody on behalf of the MacMan Morning Show. I know we're going over a little bit, and I don't have no problem with this. You don't mind sticking around a little bit, do you? I said what I said. I want, hey, thank y'all. Okay, Mississippi, Alabama, and everybody. And I think that if we continue to do the job that we're doing and bringing you the information and inspiration that you need, I'm pretty sure that you're going to be able to share what we have with others, non-biased, not scripted, not insulting, but we want to give it to you the way that it should be. And I commend our staff. I commend you. I said what I said, and Dr. J and Brother Brian and everybody that's putting everything together. I want to thank you for it. I said what I said. Any parting words you'd like to say? And I didn't mean to stop the music. Everybody said, you stopped the music. Okay, I had. Go ahead. I said, give us parting words. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want this evening show to be an extension of the morning show. And, we do our thing here in the mornings and we have to be, we do a certain thing, but our evening show is going to be totally different. And we welcome all panelists. We're going to welcome people on the stage. And, we just want to have discussions of what's going on today, because I feel like once this guy get in office, it's going to be a lot to discuss. But we're also going to be keeping up with Puffy. We're going to be keeping up with the gossip also. So it's not going to be, like I said, it's not going to be all politics. We are going to touch on it. But our main focus is really going to be trying to build the communities, figuring out a way that we can help build coalitions, to try to mitigate, we want to try to put a tourniquet on the bleeding that's getting ready to get started. Yeah, we won't be able to stop it, but we want to put a tourniquet on it anyway. And so that's what the evening show is really stuff.
All right. Well, y'all stay tuned. We're gonna put the alerts out and everything. Remember, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Come on back, Paula, and sit on the panel. What I said, and everybody. Penelope, everybody that's here. I want to thank you for what you're doing. Listen, we're gonna sign off here. We'll be back. You saying tonight you're going to start? They'll be back.
Yeah,
The
it's
McMahon
7
Evening
p.m.
Show will be
tonight,
back.
James.
But I said what I said at 7 p.m. They're going to be back. Y'all tune in. Y'all, if you subscribe, you will get a notification. But I want you all to like and subscribe. Hey, have a good morning. Love somebody. Do the things that you have to do. Help each other as best you can. And we're going to see you on tomorrow morning on the McMahon Morning Show. And I'm going to play this uninterrupted because somebody said, you stop the music. I ain't going to stop the music. Have a great day, everybody.
It's the McMahon Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car. It's the McMahon Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the McMahon Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the McMahon Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the McMahon Morning Show. 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 It's the McMahon Morning Show.
He's born and raised in the Delta. I served
All right,
21
J-Mac,
years in
you
the
gonna
Army,
meet us?
including 3 combat tours. As a lawyer, I stood up for Mississippi families being and for workers who were cheated out of their pay by big businesses, and I won. Now I'm running to represent Mississippi in the U.S. Senate.
Wait, why are you running that commercial?